Hey, true believers, Chris Mack coming at you today with Green Lantern issue 50. And while the Blackest night rages on, we get the rebirth of Parallax. And I love how this starts. It opens like a horror story. It says, welcome to Coast City. And remember, it's already been destroyed once, way back in volume 3 of Green Lantern after the reign of the Superman, thanks to, Mongol creating War World on Earth and destroying Coast City, which caused Hal Jordan to go crazy, become Parallax. That's a whole other thing that we'll eventually go over. But anyway, you can just see how this says a city without fear, but yet, and you just think of like George Romero, like brains. And it just looks so hopeless. But if you remember from last issue, Ganthet added to the core, and each member was chosen due to their individual characteristics, like Lex Luthor being greed, Mera being full of rage, Scarecrow having fear, Wonder Woman having love, Ray the Atom having compassion, and then of course Barry Allen, well, I guess he's kind of an alien at this point, having hope. And Ganthet did that because just the initial core members, the leaders by themselves, is not getting the job done, so he replicated the rings. And I just love how Barry just accepts the role. He goes, now Jason is the one that's stuck inside Ronnie's head here, the Black Lantern Firestorm. He goes, Jason doesn't say hi, Flash. He says, help me, please help me, this hurts so bad. And so he's trying to work Barry over. But Gardner's like, there's no need to fear for Jason or yourself, Brother Allen. Do not hesitate. I won't see it, Walker. Not my style. All will be well. So it's just a great way to show how Barry Allen handles himself. And the same thing with Mera. It kind of starts to showcase everybody in their style. So Mera finally coming face to face with Arthur, tries to show her the very hard to look at dead Aqua baby. I loved our son too. I loved him so. And you just see the rage burning in Mera. She goes, I never wanted children. And just attacks Arthur and the zombie baby. And Atrocitus, Earthwoman. I have nothing to say but welcome to the Red Lantern Corps. Because Atrocitus sees potential when, it's welcomed. And then, of course, we see Wonder Woman and Carol Ferris working together. We see Ray and Indigo One, which I hate that even though Ray became a Indigo Tribe member, he talks like them. I thought that was kind of dumb. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, and I wish they'd give you subtitles because I don't know what knock, looka, laka, raka, kaka, laka, and then Bug-Eyed Bandit. It just sort of takes you out of the moment. But you can see that their progress is getting a little bit better. Especially the Scarecrow. Oh yes, fear the Scarecrow. Hee hee. I don't care who the rings chose. I want them off those psychos. And Flare Fleas is like, what do you think I'm trying to do, Green Lantern? Share? Give me that back, you thief. No. It's mine. Yes, I had to go the Smeagol route on that. So, Hal's like, my people, the Justice League, is a welcome sight, but Scarecrow and Luthor, no. And Sinestro's trying to say, fight along your core, Sinestro, or Scarecrow. And he goes, as long as you keep bathing me in this light, I no longer need the Batman. Then, if you remember from a few issues back, the Spectre enters. Hal Jordan, you have the ability to overcome great fear. You will be judged. And remember when the Spectre got the black ring, the first thing out of his mouth was, I want Hal Jordan. So this issue, kind of like with Guy Gardner, Hal has to sort of fight his inner demons as he's sucked into the Spectre, and they try to make him a part of the core. And they realize that no matter how hard they fight with this, the Spectre is just one of those beings that can take on a Guardian because he's, again, just one of those demigods. And even the Scarecrow tries to take him on, and you just see the power. So while everybody's fighting, Hal realizes that he has to do something to take on this Black Lantern Spectre, because the real one, the one that we know, is trapped, and it only adds to this one's power. So we kind of revisit the whole thing about Parallax and how they were able to hide it and stop Sinestro from utilizing it again, because in Rebirth, Jeff Johns establishes that Sinestro was slowly poisoning the power rings with fear of Parallax. That's why their weakness there for a while was yellow, and Hal had the streaks of white in his hair, etc., so forth, and why the death of Coast City pushed him to become a villain. And I appreciate that Johns took all that history and kind of brought it to a boiling head here, having to re-release Parallax, because they come to find out that this entity is something that the Spectre fears. And that's kind of where this issue leaves off, with an awesome old school splash page, seeing a fight between the Spectre and Parallax. So Green Lantern issue 50. It feels a little, kind of bringing back sort of old things. In a sense, can feel tiresome, but Jeff Johns knows how to keep it fun, at least, even if it feels a little rehashed. So that's what I appreciate about issue 50 of Green Lantern. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please first and foremost support your local comic shop or wherever it is you like to get your action figures and comic books. And if you've enjoyed this review, we really would appreciate if you take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Helps the club channel more than you could possibly know. And if you won't mind hitting that fancy little Parallax bell next to subscribe, that way as we continue to upload content, you guys get notified. Come to the channel, and we love talking with y'all and hearing your thoughts and feedback down in the comments below, or our social media pages, which I will make sure to leave the links down in the description. So with all that said, I hope y'all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, true believers.